Welcome back to Foxy Vegan's Thanksgiving special. We're making a ton of food and we've got 5 more dishes to make, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right back into it. Starting off with a Brussels sprout dish, super easy. We're gonna fry it up in a cast iron skillet and then put it into the oven. You're gonna wanna trim your Brussels sprout ends, all the little tiny pieces off the end, and we're gonna cut in half. Don't cut in half this way, otherwise you'll lose all of your layers. We're already losing layers here. Alright, into the pan we go. We're gonna add half of a pound of sliced Brussels sprouts to the pan, cut side down. I'm gonna cook that until the bottom of the Brussels sprouts get slightly brown. Add in 2 cloves of garlic whole, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Once these get done and are golden brown, we're gonna put it into the oven and shake it for every 5 minutes for about 20 minutes until it's all nice and done. We're gonna go ahead and start our steamed mashed potatoes. I cut up a Laura and a red potato. Thought it was a Laura, but one is yellow, one is white, and that's about the size that you want. While these are steaming, we're gonna move on to the kabocha squash. Kabocha squash. It's a sweet squash. Cutting it is the hardest part. Once you can get your knife in halfway, then you're gonna cut it into quarters. And then we're gonna put it in the oven with olive oil, salt, and cinnamon on it. It's gonna be super tasty. Smells like cantaloupe. I don't know why, it just does. Now you're gonna wanna save these seeds and roast them either on Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, but they're super delicious. Just throw paprika, pepper, salt, maybe a little chili powder. Once you have your squash hollowed out, cut into it. Take off the stem. Now we are going to put the kabocha squash in the oven. Put oil on your baking sheet. And you're going to want to rub the kabocha squash with some oil. Sprinkle with salt, dash of pepper, cinnamon. So kabocha squash in the oven for 35 minutes. Once your mashed potatoes are done, carefully but surely take them out. Simple steamed mashed potatoes. So we started off with putting these in the steamer. Ended up taking like 15 minutes for me, but they're at a good mashing consistency. Add in about 2 tablespoons of butter. Do half a cup of milk. A teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. Blend together. Now we're gonna add some chives. Add 1.5 tablespoons of chives to your mashed potatoes and gently beat them in with a fork. There is such a thing as over mashing potatoes. So you just want to make sure you get your actual potatoes well done before you start whisking them. I'm gonna flip these guys over. They're looking delicious. Now we're gonna do cranberry crescent rolls. Did you know lots of Pillsbury stuff is vegan? Roll out your crescent roll. What we're gonna do is take some of our whole berry cranberry sauce, spread it onto our crescent rolls. Once you've gotten your cranberry sauce on your crescent roll, roll it. Perfect. Pop them on a pan, 9 to 12 minutes in the oven. 4 hours later, probably looks like 10 minutes to you guys, but we have completed our Thanksgiving feast. We got stuffing, cranberry crescent rolls. The harvest loaf came with 2 packages of gravy, which I just heated up in a pan. Got our chive steamed mashed potatoes, our hors d'oeuvres, Brussels sprouts, apple pie, Cool Whip, and kabocha squash, roasted to perfection. In case you didn't know, stuffing from the oven is 100 times better. It gets all crispy on the top. Yes, I gotta try this squash though. It tastes like pumpkin pie in my mouth. That's good. Kabocha squash gets 100 out of 10. How much wine do you need after 4 hours of cooking? Cheers to you guys. I'm thankful for all of you that watch, subscribe, and comment, and like. You guys are the best. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully there's no dead animals on your plate. And you don't need it. Look, we just made an entire feast. People ask, what do vegans and vegetarians do on Thanksgiving? Well, we cook for 4 hours just like you guys do and make gourmet delicious food. You don't need to kill something to eat. You don't.